Good morning, ma'am. So, we are here today to make a DNA model and explain its structure. As we know that DNA stores and holds the genetic information inside our body in a nucleus, so as a science student, it is of our utmost importance to know about it. We will start making the DNA model by folding the dotted lines in a very fold way like this. We have to be very careful that we just fold the paper in a way where the dotted line meets like this. We have to fold like this in four different dotted lines present in the paper, and we'll get the paper to be structured like this as I've done it earlier. So show you the reference, it will be like this. Now for the solid lines present in the paper, we will fold in the mountain fold way like this. Do the same mountain fold for all the four solid lines present in the paper. Here the mountain fold means that the paper will be facing us, and while in the very fold the paper will be at the back of our foresight. At this point the paper will look like this. Now we bring the two sides of the paper together like an I-beam so that we look for the words forward and backward. We will now fold the two sides of the DNA model so that the front is flat. We have to be very careful not to spoil the paper like this. We will now crease each horizontal side into a mountain fold like this. Again we have to be very careful like this, like this, being careful again. We have to do this with every solid fold in the solid line in the front side. Mountain folds should be applied here. Being careful not to spoil the paper. And of course not to tear it. After we finish doing all the mountain folds for the solid lines, we'll proceed to the next step. After this, it will look like this, and we have to then flip the paper to the back side, and then we have to fold the dotted lines in a mountain fold way like this. Not the mountain fold, but in a valley fold way like this. Here solid line where the two dashes are given you have to do it like this. That means the slanty line here. And again here, we repeat the same procedure for all the lines. So for all the solid lines with the hashes here, like this, and so we'll proceed forward. We have to be very careful now, as the paper is hard and it might tear up, so we have to be careful here. Like this here. As we come to the end, we can also reverse the paper, so it might become easy for us, but it's not necessary. We can do as per our convenience here, but we have to be very careful to fold the lines, to fold in a way where the lines are present and not to exceed the line, like this. I thought to adjust a little bit here. Now about to get prepared model should look like this, and so we will carefully fold all the creases together in the direction of the fold mode in like the previous steps we have done, so we can get the pins in the middle of the model. We have to be very careful in doing that. It should be like this. Wait. You have to be very careful here. It's a very long step. It requires much more time than the previous ones, as you have to be careful in doing that, otherwise the whole model might get spoiled here. It requires time and effort. Like this. It's coming, our model is coming to a very nice ending here. I hope it looks nice at the end. Here you have to be very careful. You have to ease the paper edges, otherwise they might tear up, so we have to be careful. Now again here also, it's all about carefulness. A little bit difficulty here, we'll find a little bit. Like this. Yes, model is coming up very nice here. So as we try to join the model, actually our model is quite ready. We have to just ease the edges a little bit, and after we do that, and means fold the paper once, a model will come up like this, like these models I have prepared just before this for practice. Like this, it has nicely come up. And again one more here also. In some cases it might see here the tearing has come up because of the rough edges, so it might come up like this. So at the end I would like to say that here the model where this structures are drawn, this represents the polynucleotide chain, and you can see it here also. It's like there are two polynucleotide chains in a DNA, this one and this one. They are form like a helix structure inside a nucleus, and they are binded together in a very compact way. So this much for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.